Andreke tuvahambe tswere tutasabaherera yekisanja cha Kabere.
Rwenzori TV, your gateway to the Rwenzoris.
Basically, today we are looking at the achievements with WWF, Uganda Country Office, specifically in the Nature-Based Solution Program.
Nature-based solutions are a panacea to climate adaptation in Uganda as well as the world over.
We have 130 people who have been skilled in, for example, bamboo value addition, in making charcoal briquettes, and also in apiary or beekeeping. Quite a number of them have also acquired skills in vermicomposting and vegetable growing.
These lands have been more than just soil and water. They have been the lifeblood of communities, sustaining life, providing identity, and fostering a deep connection to tradition. However, something is changing. The rains are no longer reliable, and the once flowing rivers now trickle. The crops that once fed families and supported livelihoods are failing. Amidst the struggle, there is a story of resilience and determination within these communities. They are not giving up. They are fighting to preserve their way of life against the unprecedented challenges posed by climate change. After extensive training sessions on farm resilience and climate adaptation, local and district leaders have recognized the significant contributions of nature-based solutions and the Green Job projects to the communities of Charumba, Maliba, and Chondo.
These changes are significantly impacting communities.
My name is Edith Muhendo. I work for Chima Foods and I head the Environment and Natural Resources Department.
Francis Baita, Director, Kima Foods. Kima Foods is a non-government organization working in Kasese and other parts of the country, southwestern Uganda. The Nature-Based Solution project, where we are focusing on issues of climate change and how possible communities can be resilient, be able to adapt, and be able to continue doing the activities in such a situation. As a project and in a partnership with the WWF, there are quite many interventions that we've been able to work on, and what we've seen is that communities are able to increase on the household income through the different interventions that we've been able to do.
My name is Masika Latsare and I'm 27 years old. I have 5 children and I live in a village in Kanyansi. I'm a member of the Bukangala Farmers Group. In the past, I used to plant dodo without having much knowledge about the plant. Now that I understand more, I feel very proud of my progress. These days, I earn money from the dodo I grow in my garden. Kima Foods helped me learn how to set up kitchen gardens and manage them for profit. They also trained us in various vegetable farming techniques, including how to grow tomatoes and other vegetables. They trained us on how planting dodo can be a business, while boosting nutrition at home. Now I operate a business as I do my regular job. I arrange my produce into small bundles and place them in a basin. Then I take them to my stall in the market, or I walk around the market. Sometimes, walking along the market street. A bundle costs 500 Ugandan shillings. In a day, I can earn 5,000 Ugandan shillings from selling my products. Every month I saved at least 20,000 yuan shillings. By the end of the year, accumulated 300,000 yuan shillings.
During the time my husband was plastering our house, I felt a sense of pride and contributed 3 bags of cement to our project. The remaining balance from my savings is kept in our savings group, which I plan to use for my children's school fees. Today is market day, so I will sell my goods and use the money to buy household necessities.
Technical support from WWF. Our staff have had capacity training in different areas, looking at issues of close monitoring and the follow-up of activities, collecting data from the field and using different tools. This has been an achievement at the organization level. We've been able to see communities get employment from the different skills that have been given to these communities.
My name is Bambu Yarezi and I live in Kinyabaseki. I have 9 children. Previously, I spent most of my time digging and did not have a formal job. I became interested in the training offered by Ruth Family Care, which advertised opportunities for young people to learn hands-on skills. I chose to study beekeeping and I am grateful to the management of Ruth Family Care and Kima Foods as well as to WWF Uganda Country Office for this opportunity. Since acquiring my skills, I now have my own workshop and I am currently focused on producing beehives. After establishing locations for my beehives, I have successfully set up several sites. The bees produce honey, which we then harvest and sell.
The project has trained women and youth in the areas of green skills, production of briquettes, production of craft from bamboo, and also management of bee apiaries. The young people are able to have improved lives because they are able to sell some of these articles and be able to earn some income.
Kandi obukibuno omundu ayine mubulya sali hambawe bilwere kutsibutsibu ngomundu yukabinana muri obucho omabuyingo bwiwe amayako muhamba.
Consuming honey regularly is not only delicious but also medicinal. It can aid in faster recovery after surgery due to the minerals it provides to the body. Additionally, we can produce beeswax, which has a market and it is used in making candles. We also harvest propolis, which offers various medicinal benefits. For example, it can help those with eyesight problems and treat issues related to spinal and back pain. This is my main apiary, but I also have additional beehives in my different locations. Currently, I manage 50 beehives as a beekeeper and I earn a substantial income from them. Here are some of the tools I use during harvesting: a smoker, buckets and bee suits. When harvesting, I select a honeycomb and gently use the smoker to remove the bees from their colony. I typically harvest honey twice a year, and I plan to harvest again in September. Each year, I can collect between 100 and 120 kilograms of honey, depending on the season and the overall year. For example, I have Johnson & Kenyan Topper beehives. In one season, I can earn starting from 800,000 Ugandan shillings. Beekeeping is a good business to pursue with a settled mind, because with bees, you don't have to pay rent or cook for them. Wherever you place them is where they will stay. Your only responsibility is to go and harvest honey each season.
Focus is in the future for all these people to be self-employed through establishing different green jobs so that they can be able to acquire income as well as conserving the environment.
In a small space, it is possible to have 100 beehives, all producing the honey that you need. I also sell small tins of honey to people in my community who need them, but I also have bigger buyers, including companies. One of these buyers is Give a Goat, and another company called Alpine also buys honey. Additionally, I sell honey to Gagando Hospital, which makes purchases as well. These companies buy 1 kilogram for 10,000 Ugandan shillings. For example, last season I sold them 90 kilograms, In the previous season I sowed 70 kilograms, which amounted to 700,000 Ugandan shillings. In total, last year I earned 1.6 million Ugandan shillings throughout 2 seasons. Since I studied beekeeping, I have become an expert in the field.
This has come up positively, that now the young people are able to see themselves as having good life in the near future because they have work to be done. These green skills are directly looking at using the available natural resources. The materials used for briquette making are being collected locally, and then they are transformed and they are able to have briquettes. Right now, the women and the youth are educating and sensitizing communities to adapt and be able to work and use this kind of materials.
I have successfully trained 38 people in beekeeping, and they are now ready to start their own apiaries. For instance, I sell several sizes of honey bottles. The prices start at 3,000 Ugandan shillings, with other sizes at 5,000 and 10,000 Ugandan shillings. I would like to express my appreciation to WWF Uganda Country Office, Hema Foods, and the management of Rural Family Care. Your contributions have truly changed my life.
As an institution, we would like to continue on this program, continue working with these communities, scale up the project, and also be in position to talk to government and see if they can have an extra hand. We are pleased to work with the WWF and also work with the local government to ensure that the Agenda 2040 is achieved.
Yes, the Agenda 2040 being a comprehensive development plan which aims at transforming Ugandans into a modern society requires a collective effort, enhancing skills training to build an eligible and hands-on workforce in the communities.
I'm Dr. Joseph Kaswera, the District Natural Resource Officer, Kasese District Local Government. I've been involved in the implementation of nature-based solutions as supported by Kima Food with support from World Wild Fund for Nature, Uganda Country Office, as well as Danish Embassy, that is Denmark. And in this implementation of nature-based solutions to climate change, my perception is that nature-based solutions are a panacea to climate adaptation in Uganda as well as the world over, because this builds local capacities to adapt to the negative impacts of climate change. And ideally, in this region, including Kasese itself, a number of nature-based solutions like tree growing, to increase on biomass.
But Christopher, I am 53 years old. And I have 7 children. I live in Kayensti II, Kayirumba Sub-County, in Kahama Parish. I am a tree farmer, and the benefits I gain from growing trees are significant. The income I earn from these trees helps me pay for my children's school fees. Additionally, I use trees for firewood. And we plan to plant trees along the river and trenches in our gardens to control erosion and prevent landslides. We are specifically planting bamboo along the rivers to help reduce flooding and to support the roads near our farms, which are located along the river. Farms without trees look entirely different. Those that have trees are generally more beautiful and provide shade for the plants. Other crops also benefit from the shade, as farms without trees often experience crop failure. With the changing weather conditions, areas lacking trees are more susceptible to landslides. I have observed many people cutting down trees for firewood. leading to deforestation. In contrast, I continuously replant trees to ensure I have sustainable sources of firewood and income. Personally, I have planted over 1,000 trees, including grevillea and various fruit trees such as avocados, mangoes, guavas, and jackfruits.
Use of improved cook stoves, use of biomass in the area of biogas, as well as solar for lighting. All these are solutions that enhance local capacities to build their resilience to adaptation to climate change.
I have also planted bamboo along the river. For example, I have fruit trees in my home, and my neighbors often come to enjoy them. Moreover, I have received additional benefits from the trees. For instance, I was able to purchase a solar home lighting system and construct a modern piggery house. For those who have not yet planted trees, I advise them to learn from those who have already started. While I believe organizations like Kima Foods can help, they cannot provide everything needed. I would like to express my appreciation to the Uganda Country Office and Kima Foods for the full support they have given us. The trees I have in my home were provided through support from WWF and Kima Foods, as well as the tools I use, such as watering cans and a water tank, along with the knowledge they have shared, which has greatly assisted me in my efforts.
And in my view, because nature-based solutions use locally available technologies, local available materials, which are within the reach of local communities, I would promote and support that we strengthen nature-based solutions to climate adaptation, because that's the way to go.
My name is Matsagu David, and I live in Kajerwo, Kyondo Sub-County. I have 6 children. Upon hearing about the Skilling for the Youth initiative at Royal Family Care, I became interested and decided to join the bamboo crafting class to learn how to create products from bamboo. Before joining the bamboo program, I was trading coffee. However, I faced significant losses in the venture. When I arrived at the training institution, I found an organization called WWF, which provided me with full financial support to pursue my studies. I even traveled to Kampala to gain more skills in bamboo crafting. Currently, I am producing bamboo products that I sell to earn money. For example, I recently used my earnings to pay for my children's school fees and managed to buy a Samsung A05 smartphone. My bamboo products are effective, and I haven't experienced any losses.
These green skills are directly looking at using the available natural resources, like the bamboo is available in abundance.
I have sold several products and even shipped some across the border to Congo, where I will be paid in dollars. I would like to express my appreciation to WWF Uganda's account office for their support, and I also want to thank Kima Foods. For those who have not yet acquired these skills, I urge you to do so quickly. I encourage my peers to seek skills for self-employment.
Empowering women and youth in acquiring green jobs through green skills. So under this objective also, we are addressing the challenge of unemployment, but focusing on women and youth. We have 130 people who have been skilled in, for example, bamboo value addition.
Some youth believe that we are wasting our time, but I assure you that these products are truly valuable. At home, I use bamboo cups and plates. In fact, all my utensils are made from bamboo. These products are environmentally friendly, as using plastic can damage the soil and harm the environment. The benefits of bamboo are numerous. Just take a look at how beautiful these cups are. If they were made of metal or plastic, they could be harmful. I encourage everyone to embrace the use of bamboo products, as they are very beneficial to us.
The other project objective is to do with sustainable financing. Basically, this objective looks at how the initiatives that have been established throughout the project rate away from improved ecosystem resilience to skilling of women and youth, how these industries can be sustained through acquiring finance.
For example, this type of product costs 10,000 Ugandan shillings, and in a day, I can produce 5 bamboo cups. Eventually, I can earn 50,000 Ugandan shillings in one day. A few days ago, I sold products worth 350,000 Uganda shillings. I urge my fellow youth to come and learn how to make bamboo products as a business and earn money.
And so far we've seen results where some services, for example from the briquetting, are demanded by hotels. We have some craft materials which are made by the skilled team that are being demanded by the tourism industry. So we bring together the private sector and link them up with a trained team so that they're able to exchange views, ideas, as well as adding value on the different products that they make.
At the moment, I also require extra manpower for tasks such as sanding these cups, and I provide jobs for others to assist me. Currently, I have more than 3 orders for craft materials, including an order for 200 cups and another for 50 baskets from Congo.
They are skilling. They go ahead and establish groups that are related to the courses that they've learned so that they can continue saving and also lending money in ability to increase access to finance locally, because through their groups they're not demanded for collateral, so it's easy for them to keep small amounts of money, lend among themselves, and they're able to get some little capital to start on their businesses.
I'm Wambil Constantine, the chairperson of LC1. I would like to express my appreciation to Kima Foods for their continuous support, especially in training our community on how to establish kitchen gardens, plant trees, and form groups to improve their livelihoods. We are
I'm Mohindo Tseyani and I live in Kabugala in Shirumba sub-county. I'm a member of the Bukangala Farmers Group and I have 7 children. Previously, my farming efforts were not producing the results I expected. That's when I decided to join the Bukangala Farmers Group. Through this group, I received training in the better agricultural practices, including banana management, constructing trenches, to hold rainwater for soil erosion control, and maintaining my farm. I also learned about soil feeding practices, such as removing plastic bags from my land. The training included establishing kitchen gardens, where I now grow eggplants and tomatoes. My children have never looked healthier. I can now go to the market to sell vegetables instead of spending money on them. These interventions have significantly supported me, allowing my children to
We're collaborating with Kima Foods, which provides our community with valuable training on various agricultural practices. I am noticing positive changes within our community. Many people have engaged in farming activities, and
I've implemented a construction system that has stopped erosion on my farm. This system retains water, keeping the soil moist even during the dry season, which has helped my bananas and other crops to do better. I also keep chickens and goats, which provide me with manure. After 2 weeks, this manure is ready to use and I apply it to my bananas.
neryo ebitya bikende byabirufuka ingakolaki ingana ngateka kwa bulindi nayamboko nokwa buli kitu nakyedodo neryo ngayiwanga
supported me with loans, and now I save my money in the group. Previously, I had nowhere to save my money, but now I have managed to save some and purchase iron sheets for my house.
Kima Foods has also planted bamboo along the Nyamiriseg, Dubu, and Tungula rivers, which previously experienced flooding that affected our communities. Now, we feel safer due to these efforts. I would also like to acknowledge the support from WWF Uganda Control Office, which has done tremendous work in our community. Kima Foods has taught us how to maintain our farms, leading to noticeable improvements in banana plantations. Today, each household has established a kitchen garden, enhancing our nutrition. With these gardens, many families now have the capacity to generate at least 10,000 Uganda shillings per day from the sale of vegetables. I truly appreciate the work being done by these organizations.
Working in my garden, I harvest bananas, eggplants, tomatoes, onions, and currants. I prepare these for my family. My children are now very healthy. They don't get sick as often, and when I do take them for checkups, they are in much better health than before.
Asana bana bayomubere wagwana ndreke amwana ngari muntu alokuhosi sangati syabula mamaetse sangabula mamusasi betu nabyenga bomeboniri sindi bulokuhosi.
I have 4 school-going children, 1 in P5, 1 in P4, 1 in P3, and 1 in P1. I no longer worry about school fees because I can earn money from my small garden, eliminating expenses for buying vegetables. I focus solely on my garden.
Every
day I save in our group. When I earn about 10,000 Ugandan shillings, I save it. If I need extra money, I can borrow it from the savings group to pay for my children's school fees, which amount 100 Ugandan shillings for each child. Previously, I spent a lot on vegetables and food, but now I can get most of it from my own farm. The money I earn now goes towards purposes, and I don't have to ask my husband for funds as often. My earnings have increased, allowing me to save more. I've also bought animals, including chickens and pigs, and I now have 2 goats which provide me with milk. So far I have trained 5 people in my community, and they are now following my practices, giving them peace of mind and access to vegetables they can sell.
The income of my community has improved, allowing individuals to sell their produce for money and also have access to food.
I would like to express my gratitude to Kima Foods and WWF Uganda Country Office for their support. They have helped us with better vegetable varieties, and I'm incredibly thankful. I have a water tank and a cane at home to support my farming efforts.
I am Kabu Denisa and I live in Kenyabasiki in Chondo Sub-County. I have 4 children. Before I joined rural family care, I relied on cutting down trees for survival, which had a detrimental effect on the environment. I appreciate the WWF Uganda Country Office and Kima Foods for the knowledge I've gained. As communities often damage the environment, we are now educating people on how to use briquettes made from household waste. These briquettes are a solution that helps protect the environment by converting wasteful materials into useful energy sources. Our goal is to ensure that we do not harm the environment. I produce briquettes based on customer orders. Currently, I have an order for 500 kilograms of briquettes, ready for sale. When making briquettes, we collect old host materials, ensuring that they are free from plastics. We burn these materials to produce carbon, which we then mix with a binder and clay. After mixing everything together, we place the mixture into molds and finally press them with equipment called a presser. We have several essential pieces of equipment for briquette production, including a mixer, a presser and a carbonizer. On average, if 2 people are working, we can produce 100 kilograms of briquettes a day. If there are 4 people, we can produce up to 200 kilograms. We sell our briquettes per weight. If a person buys between 1 to 10 kilograms, the price is 1,000 Ugandan shillings. However, for bulk purchases of 50 kilograms and above, our cost price is 800 Ugandan shillings per kilogram. Currently, we supply briquettes to schools, hotels and community members. It takes only 3 pieces of our briquettes to prepare food. For example, when cooking beans, you only need about 6 pieces and the meal will be ready. We plan to promote our briquettes through advertisement to help the community understand their benefits and encourage people to switch from traditional cooking methods. As word spreads, more people in the community are learning about briquettes. Last month we produced 600 kilograms of briquettes, and we aim to visit various communities and markets to increase our reach. We have formed a group called Friends of Nature Briquettes, where we engage in savings and credit activities. If a member faces a challenge and wants to buy an animal, we provide a loan to help them. After producing and selling briquettes, they can repay the loan and we use the remaining funds to produce more briquettes and purchase raw materials.
These initiatives are transforming communities, instilling hope, and fostering a brighter, more sustainable future for generations to come.
Otabya akaruru kawe koma omukazi ow'amaanyi muno